Fear is the tool of a man-made devil. Napoleon Hill outwitting the devil. You are not stuck. You've only been conditioned to believe you are. Somewhere along the way, you've convinced yourself that the chains holding you back are too heavy to break, that the mountain ahead is too steep to climb, that the doors you're meant to walk through are locked forever. But here's the truth. Fear isn't your enemy. It's the reason you're still standing. Fear is not the thing that holds you back. It's your failure to understand it, to embrace it, to rise above it. What if the reason you're stuck isn't because you're weak, or unqualified, or incapable, but because you've been listening to the wrong voice? The voice that whispers all the reasons you'll fail. The voice that tells you to play small. The voice that tells you to stay safe, to stay in the shadows where you can't be hurt. But you know what? The shadows don't give you peace. They don't give you freedom. They don't give you the life you were born to live. The real truth is simple. You were made to rise. You were made to stand tall, to move forward, to chase what you know deep down is yours. You were made to break through the barriers, to conquer the fear, to reshape the world around you. But that means you have to get real. You have to look at yourself in the mirror, acknowledge the fear inside you, and say, "You do not control me anymore." Fear never goes away. Not completely. It's a constant companion, a shadow that trails behind you wherever you go. But the only question that matters is, what will you do with it? Will you let it define your life, or will you use it as fuel to propel you toward greatness? Greatness doesn't belong to the ones who never feel fear. It belongs to the ones who feel it, and use it, and rise anyway. Think about the greats in history, the men and women who changed the world. Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Henry Ford, who was told the automobile was a foolish dream. Walt Disney, who was told his ideas were too big. Abraham Lincoln, who lost election after election before rising to become one of the greatest presidents in American history. These people were not born fearless. They were born with the same doubts, the same fears, the same moments of weakness that you feel right now. But they didn't stay stuck. They didn't back down. They moved forward in spite of their fear, and that's what made them legends. So let's strip away the illusion of perfection. Let's tear down the myth that success is something that just happens to the lucky few, to the chosen ones. It's not. Success is a choice. Success is a decision you make every single day to confront your fears, to challenge your doubts, to push past your limitations. Success is a muscle that you build by showing up, even when the fear inside you feels louder than your will to succeed. You are not stuck because you lack ability. You're not stuck because the world is against you. You're stuck because fear has you in its grip, and you've let it. You've accepted that voice in your head that says you're not good enough, that says you can't change, that says it's too late to start. But who are you listening to? That voice inside your head? Or the truth that's buried deep within you, waiting to be set free? It's time to break the cycle. It's time to silence the doubts. It's time to stand up, no matter how afraid you are, and move toward the life you deserve. The first step in rising above fear is to understand it. Fear is not some mystical force that comes from nowhere. It's a product of your mind, built from your past experiences, your failures, and your insecurities. Fear is the result of your conditioning, the voices that told you you couldn't do it, the stories you've been told about who you are and what you can achieve. But here's the thing. You don't have to believe those stories anymore. In fact, those stories are lies. They were written by people who didn't understand what you're capable of. They were written by people who couldn't see the fire in your heart, the power in your soul. And the moment you recognize that, the moment you stop living in fear of the past and start creating the future, that's the moment you break free. The first step is belief. It's not just about believing in your potential. It's about believing that your potential is greater than the fear, that your desire for greatness outweighs the comfort of staying in your safe, predictable little bubble, that what you have inside you, the vision, the drive, the resilience, is stronger than any obstacle that fear can throw in your path. Think about this. Every single thing you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Every goal you've ever had, every dream you've ever whispered to yourself in the dead of night, it's waiting for you. but it's only waiting for one thing: your decision to step into the unknown, to rise above the fear that tells you it's not possible. You want to succeed? You want to change your life? The secret is simple. Move with purpose. Move in the direction of your dreams, no matter how scared you are. Fear will try to tell you that you're not ready, that you're not enough, that you're too late. But the truth is, you will never feel ready. The only thing that makes you ready is doing it. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the person you are meant to be. The key to success lies not in avoiding fear, but in mastering it. Fear is not something that will ever disappear. It's a part of the process. But instead of seeing it as something that holds you back, what if you saw it as a sign that you're on the right track? What if you saw fear as a signal, not of weakness, but of growth? Because every time you step into the unknown, every time you face your fear head-on, you are evolving into the person you are meant to become. You are stepping closer to your true self. And that person is unstoppable. But let's talk about something else for a moment. Clarity. Because without clarity, fear will have its way. Without a clear vision, you're just reacting to life, not living it. You're not creating the future you want, you're just being swept along by whatever comes next. But when you know where you're going, when you can see that vision clearly in your mind's eye, fear loses its power over you. Fear cannot stand against clarity. It's too uncertain. It can't fight a person who knows where they're headed and why. So what is your vision? What is your purpose? What do you want from life? And why do you want it? It's time to get clear. It's time to stop letting life dictate the terms. You are the creator of your destiny, but you must know exactly what you're creating. Vision is what guides you through the darkness. It's the fire that keeps you going when the fear threatens to take over. Without it, fear will have its way. It will tell you to turn back, to quit, to settle for less than you deserve. But with clarity, you will see beyond the fear. You will see the opportunity. You will see the path forward. Now, you have belief and vision. But there's one thing that stands between you and success: action. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not filled with good intentions. It's filled with action. Consistent, relentless, focused action. The world doesn't reward people who think about doing things. It rewards people who actually do them. It rewards the ones who get up every day, no matter how scared, and take action toward their goals. It rewards the ones who are disciplined enough to keep moving forward, even when the fear is screaming in their ears. Action is the bridge between your belief and your success. And when you start taking action, when you start moving toward your vision, that's when everything changes. Fear will still be there, but it won't matter. You'll have momentum. You'll have discipline. You'll have clarity. And that's when you'll discover what's possible. If you want to rise above fear, you must embrace action, even when it feels impossible. Every step you take is a step toward freedom. Every choice you make is a step toward the life you were meant to live. So take that first step. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the fear to disappear. Take the step now. And let the power of that action carry you forward, until one day you'll look back and realize you were never stuck. You were always just one step away from freedom. And when you get to that place, you'll understand fear doesn't own you. You own it. You've mastered it. And nothing can ever hold you back again.